do the drop down box and put in D6, and then you can put your modifier in there for damage, which I think is what, +2 for your damage with your two-hander.
+2 damage. I'm not enraged, so I'm not gonna count that.
Okay.
But does the hit have anything to do with
Oh
that?
yeah, you're rolling to hit first, so your to hit is a 1d20, so you can just go ahead and do that now. And I think you're a +4 as well to hit on your character. Let me scroll down. Yeah, you're +4 to hit, so you would just hit the 1d20, and for the modifier, just put in a 4. And then hit the OK button, and that will be your attack roll. There you go, nice roll, man. Piece of cake, isn't it? Alright, that's a hit. So you can go ahead and roll damage. And now use the little dice on the left hand side. There we go, 7 damage. Alright, so now we're going to go with the orcs. Orc 1 is dead. So go ahead and you can get your turn in there. Legolas.
Oh,
Legolas, the
putting me
dastardly
in front of him.
elf.
Yeah. I like 300 boundaries. So I'm going to move in, and I'm going to actually attack with my greatsword.
Okay. Thank you, Daraja, for the
So
follow
it's gonna
on
be
Twitch. I appreciate it. Welcome to the community. Welcome to our little small
and
community.
miss, probably.
Wah, wah, wah. You definitely missed. Okay, now I'm going to get to attack with some orcs finally. Alright, the first orc is going to attack the one down here on the bottom. He's much larger than the shaman type of orc that you encounter as well. And he is going to actually engage the ranger. Well, he's going to try to take your head off. And he is going to attack once. And his attack is an 18 versus armor class, and that's a hit.
Yep.
You take 12 damage, and his second attack is an 11 versus armor class, which I think that is a miss. If I'm not mistaken. Yep. Alright, so these actually are some pretty tough orcs. They get 2 attacks around. But you guys will eventually start getting 2 attacks around as well. Alright, so the shaman is up. Well, actually, the shaman is up now. And the shaman is going to... He's going to cast a healing word on himself, which is a quick cast. And he's going to heal back a total of 5. And now he is going to... He's going to actually attack the barbarian, because that's about his only choice. Because he will take opportunity attacks if he decides to move. So he's going to attack you, Mr. Barbarian. And his attack is a 19 versus armor class. And I'm sure that's a hit. And you take 4 damage. And your second attack on you is a 13 versus armor class. Is that a hit as well, or no? Hey, what's up there, Make?
The barbarian?
Yeah. Barbarian, hello?
Let's see. It says 11 AC plus Dex.
Yeah,
So probably +2.
Yeah, whenever you click on your token, you'll be able to see 3 numbers. The number on your left is your armor class. That's the target number that the monsters have to hit to successfully hit you. The middle number in green and black, that is your life. And the number on the right hand side is just your movement. So it just reminds you how much movement you can do. So, alright, you have a 13 armor class, so he hits you twice. So his second attack is going to be 4 bludgeon damage, so you take a total of 8 damage. And to deduct the life off of your life bar, whenever you select your token, just click the little green circle once, and just type in -8 and hit enter. The important thing is you have to hit enter. So, and then it'll deduct your life. But that's it. That's all you have to do. So now Varlin, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to move behind the ranger and cast
Okay.
Cure Wounds on him.
So how do you guys like this Caves of Chaos map? Do you like this a lot better or what?
I get to roll
I
a
actually made
1d8
this map from
plus
hand.
2,
So
plus 2 hit points.
I'm going to make individual dungeons for every single Cave of Chaos. So there are, I believe, 10 caves. So I'm going to have... This is just the first one I
Sorry,
made.
2d8.
And I'm actually decorating them up to the true module as well. So
I
if
rolled that
there's-
correctly, right?
2d8 plus 2.
Yep, that's what it says in the thing.
So you're casting another one of those spells, right?
No, I'm casting Cure Wounds on the ranger.
Okay, alright, cool. Yep. Yeah, he'll basically be back up to full life, so definitely a nice heal there. Alright, so you're done. Darb, you're up. Darb is the monk. So that would be you, Benjabum.
Alrighty. So
It's getting a little congested in there, but you can actually move here. You'll be able to move here. You'll be able to move here and not get tangled up in the clotheslines there. So the orcs are drawing clothes tonight, guys. But yeah, the way I'm doing these modules now, guys, is I'm creating handmade maps for every one of my modules.
I'll come down
and-
here so I don't have an opportunity of getting hit on both sides,
And all of the...
and I'll attack the orc.
Okay, sounds good. That is armor class 14. This is a much larger orc than the others. So yeah, the way that these modules are going to be, they're going to be decorated to the exact detail in the modules. And plus I'm going to add some other things as well.
I have your back, ranger.
So it's going to be pretty cool. Probably going to be a 4-person campaign, so I guess
We would expect nothing else out of the ranger, actually.
yeah, we're going to roll characters up
With a name like
next week
Legolas, you sort of have
and all
to be a
that
little
good
crazy.
stuff. So we will roll those, teach you guys how to make characters if you don't know how. And maybe they'll even let you help make their characters, maybe with some background story information or whatnot. Alright, that's a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage or Benj. Alright, you hit this orc. You actually catch him right in the shoulder over his shield. He tries to block it, and you're able to actually land the blow. You do some damage, and he just kind of snarls at you and grunts. And he says, "How sweet fresh meat." Just kidding.
Great.
Alright, so Raven, you're up now.
Alright, I'm just going to move to the top here a little bit. Pull out my bow and
Yes.
pop a shot up at this shot here.
Styles, the Dragon Age game is going to start soon. I'm just waiting for, I should find out more tomorrow.
That is a 9.
That is a miss. Won't won't. Yeah, I should find out more tomorrow from my friend Adam. They want to play a game. Several of the other higher viewed streams. All right, Ibanez, you're up. And they want me to DM a game for them, so I'm
gonna
going
go
to
ahead and
DM
take
a
another
game for
shot
them.
at
I
this
just need to know.
shaman over here in the corner.
Okay. I just need to find out what day they want to play, which they have the choice of Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. And then whatever game that they don't want to play, whatever day they don't want to play on, that's going to be the Dragon Age game. All right, and that is a 7. That's a miss. Legolas, you're up. Legolas.
Yeah. You just call me Lego for short.
Call you Lego. But I figured you
I'll give
guys
them-
would like these maps a lot better than that other shit that I was using. So
I was gonna say I'm impressed just one night that you got this sorted out and put detail in it.
yeah, I didn't even get it as detailed as I wanted to, but I will
Oh, I
I'll
know.
work on more. So
Don't kill yourself over it.
oh, this was
Uh,
something that I had started probably a couple hours before the game. So I was like, you know what?
Nice.
I just want to have a better experience for the players and not use scanned maps out of my books and shit. So fuck it, I'm gonna make the maps and stuff. We'll do it the right way.
Nice. So yeah, I'll just take another swing with my greatsword.
All right, go for it. Man, you're breaking out that great sword. That's a hit.
14
You got to have a
is a hit.
14. Yep.
Hell yeah. And my damage is
Exactly,
2d8
Karyotip. Yes,
with
Adam's a good guy, man.
2d6
I like Adam a lot. We met playing Neverwinter online,
plus 2 for 9.
and his stream just blew up, man. I mean, it's awesome to see him, have a good stream. We were streaming all of the classes because we had a group with every single different class. All right, thank you very much. That is 9 damage, and now the shaman is going to cast another word of healing on his orc counterpart over here, and his orc counterpart will only get a whopping 5 life back. And now the shaman will attack. Actually, he's going to attack the ranger. He's just going to move over a little bit, and he will not take an attack of opportunity, and he is going to attack the ranger twice. 1 second.
Wow, he can cast a spell and attack twice?
So, yeah, he's got a swift cast.
Jeez.
Word of Healing is a swift cast, so yes.
Pretty awesome.
What do you have against Legolas?
Clerics can do that as well. He's just a cleric, basically. So I think a 13, does that hit you, Mr. Ranger?
AC is 13.
Alright, so the first hit is actually going to do 6 bludgeon damage to you. The second attack is a 15, and you shall take an additional 9 points, so you take a total of 15 total. And that is the Orc Shaman. Now the Orc Elite. Where'd the Ranger go?
I had to move him out
to get
I couldn't
I
change
gotcha.
the numbers.
I was like, whoa, that was a good reaction. Alright.
Run away!
So the Orc is going to actually attack you as well. And he swings his first time. You're able to parry off with your bow. And then he turns towards the monk, and he is going to take his second attack on him, which is a very bad miss. And now the cleric is back up. So yeah,
I swift cast healing word.
Adam wants to play a game, so I'm just kind of waiting to see, because he's been sick this week. So I'm waiting to see what he wants to do.
1d8 plus 2.
So hopefully I'll find out tomorrow. And I guess him and a few of his friends want to play in a game, which would be good,
You get the whole 7 hit points.
Really?
So whatever game they want to play. I told him Dragon Age or Dark Age. I'm sorry, Dungeons and Dragons next. So. Yeah, I don't think Adam's been on for a whole week. I think his last game was his Mafia game last week, wasn't it, Cario?
And then I guess you get an attack as well, or you can do something else.
Could I cast the cantrip for Sacred Flame?
Now, no, you can only cast once. Now unless you're a bard, you can do it twice. But now let me ask you: that was a healing word, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so your healing word is a swift cast spell. You can do a swift cast spell and get your attack off.
Okay.
Yeah, he's been really sick.
I'm gonna take out my
he
big old
contacted me during the week.
great club.
He wasn't as chipper himself, so he's definitely
Shaman's face with it.
Feeling pretty bad. All right, AC 14, man.
And I've missed.
You definitely did. All right, you're up, Benj. Yeah, he said.
All right, a couple quick questions. Actually, no, I'll address one later. The other one is my Kai powers. How many Kai points do I have? 3?
Let's see. Level 3. So you actually have 3 key points. Yes, you do. And you can actually do, if you scroll down a little bit, Benj, you can see that there are some monk tradition skills there. And I'm not sure if there's any that actually cost key. Yes, there is. Fire Riposte. So that would cost 1 key point. So that's an option for you. And then also you can use Flurry of Blows, I think, is 1 key point. So you have several. You have Supreme Flurry, which is level 2. And then you have Step of the Wind, which is level 3. So those you have actually you have 3 or 4 options if you choose to spend your key points. So
All right. So, for example, Fury of Blows, I would have to expend a point, then attack. So I get 3 attacks that round, more or less.
no, you would actually make 2. So yeah, you'll make 2. You'll get the one, and then you'll spend the key point, and then when you use your key point, that's when you get the extra unarmed attack on the same action. So it's pretty cool. Flurry of Blows basically gives you an extra attack for 1 point. Pretty nice.
Okay, cool. So I'll go ahead and make my normal attack. I'll attack the same Orc Elite.
Okay. So go ahead and attack armor class 14. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
That's a
man.
miss.
Yep.
I'll spend a key point for another attack.
Sound good. And that's a hit. Hit that shaman.
All right, and that was on the elite. That's all I'm in range for.
Okay, sounds good. So that is -4. Not too bad. And the cool thing about the monk is, Benj, is the higher level you go, the more damage your fists do. Because if you look at the unarmed damage, the higher level you are, man, you just start really doing some serious Van damage. So you're going to be like Van Damage, man, just roundhouse kicking everyone. At higher levels.
Hell yeah.
Alright, Raven, you're up.
Am I able to maneuver in behind this shaman here?
I'm gonna say probably not because of the way that his bunk is and everything. You're not gonna be able to get past that.
And also, I can't move my token anymore.
Weird.
Do you have the ruler selected?
Well, yes, I did. Thanks.
I just saw the arrow come up.
Yeah.
That's my question.
Yeah, you can zoom in, Arch. You can zoom in with this right here. See this button on the left-hand side?
I
It
guess
goes
I'm
from
just gonna try to
10%
pop a shot off again,
150.
since there's no actual room
So
to
there you
maneuver
go.
up there anymore.
There's 150%, which is pretty nice. All right, that's
It'll be a 14.
Yep. So where did you go, Raven? I see you're still in the same spot. Are you shooting with your bow?
Oh, yes, I am.
Okay. All right. So that is a hit. So you can go ahead and roll your beautiful bean damage.
Eight.
All right.
Nice roll.
And you also notice that whenever you're attacking and they're attacking, these sounds are echoing and reverbing throughout the halls as well. So they're definitely going to know that you're here.
All right. I'm gonna down a little bit to end my turn.
All right, Mr. Barbarian. Mr. Barbarian.
I'm gonna once again attack this shaman because if not, he's just gonna keep healing himself and the elite. And we'll
User
just live
left your
forever.
channel.
All right, so that's a 17. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. You never said you were raging, so I didn't know if you're saving your raging or.
I'll be saving it because apparently I'll need to take a long rest or something afterwards when I use it.
Yeah. Well, you can rage for 1 minute, and each round is basically 6 seconds. So if you raged, chances are, 10 rounds, it'll pretty much last the entire combat. So just in case you didn't know the way that the time worked in D&D Next.
I wasn't aware of the 6-second rounds. If not, I would have just done it sooner.
Yeah, it's no problem. Basically, the way that the 6 seconds works is everybody gets their attack within 6 seconds, so everything has happened simultaneously. Obviously, we can't do it at one time because there'd be 300 rolls going on, and it'd be just so much to decipher everything. So, but yeah, one round is 6 seconds. But you can just rage next round. It won't be a problem.
Alright, that's no problem.
All right. So Legolas, you're up now. Legolas.
Okay, I am going to turn to the shaman,
Okay.
and I'm going to attack the shaman instead.
Okay, you're hitting AC of 12.
Excellent. And with that, I'm going to use my feat, which is a feat just automatically all the time?
What do you mean by feat? You shouldn't have any feats per se.
Oh, well, I have a Horde Slayer.
Oh, that is a that's
Horde
your
Breaker skill.
yeah. That's actually your mechanic for your class. So.
Oh, okay. So
take
it
a
gives
look at
me
that
an
real quick.
additional D8 damage.
I think that what is that on anything that is not attacking you or something like that.
If I had
Damage
attacked
creature. Turn with a weapon.
within the same turn.
Yep. You do 1d8. Yeah, that needs to be worded a little bit better. That's yeah. Go ahead and you can attack and use your horde.
Does that make
horde
sense? Because I hit the other guy, so that I can
Uh,
switch to this guy, hit him.
Yeah, but I don't think it gives you multiple attacks. I think it's for the
No,
for the
it's just
same
one
target.
attack.
Yeah.
But it's just because I'm attacking a different target. I get a D8 extra damage.
On which
Because it
target?
says, oh, the other target.
So you have to roll an attack to hit that. You just can't do 8 free damage. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
but oh no. So what I did was I switched targets to hit the instead of the fighter, I'm hitting the shaman. Does that make sense?
No, not really.
So should I have
Chris
just kept
uses a
attacking
skill
the
as
same
well
guy?
in my Saturday night game, and the skill is just not. It's not correctly worded. It's very vague. I mean, you can interpret it as several different things. So, one second. Let me open up my book on this damn skill. 1 second. I hate some of these fucking skills, man. They need to be worded
Just
much,
so we get it
much
straight.
better. Alright, Horde Breaker.
Yeah, it says I deal 1d8 extra damage
When you damage a creature
to
on
each
your
other
turn
creature you
with a
damage
weapon
later in the
attack-
same turn.
Does that really make any sense to you? Seriously.
Well, it just means that if there's two dudes and I attack one, and then I attack a different one, I do an extra d8 to the other one.
When you damage a creature on your turn
Does it
with a
make
weapon
sense?
attack, you deal
It's
1d8
one of my
extra damage to
features
each
as a
other
horde
creature
breaker.
you damage later in the same turn. Alright, so go ahead and just roll 1d8. We'll just eliminate that.
Well,
Go
no,
ahead.
I do my regular weapon damage, right?
Yeah, plus
And then I get an
1d8.
additional d8.
Yep. These fucking rules need to be explained
So
a little
15
bit
total.
better. Alright. On the shaman, right?
On the shaman.
Alright, he goes down.
That's what I was hoping. That's why I switched.
Alright. Shaman's dead. Alright, you hear some running on the stone flooring behind you. There are several more orcs joining the fray. And let's see. The first orc is going to charge up on the barbarian from behind. They're actually engaging. They've heard the combat from the other end of the corridor, and they are joining in. So this orc is going to get. He's actually going to miss. And his second attack is a 14, which is a hit. And he does 8 slashing damage to the barbarian. The second orc, which is actually a mage, he is going to attack the cleric that he sees standing there, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And you are going to attack. You are actually going to take this much damage. 11 points of damage. You get hit by 3 magical orbs coming out of the end of the staff of the... You actually don't see him cast, but you get hit for a total of 11.
I can't edit my token.
You might just have to move it out of the way to edit it.
I can't. Never mind. I got it.
Okay, you got it? I'll push you back.
Just gets a little crowded in there.
Alright, so yeah, you take 11 damage.
It's not letting me click on it again.
Alright, I'll get it for you. There you go.
'Kay.
Alright, so Varlin, you are now up now.
Okay, I have the wrong thing open.
Oops.
Can I cast the spell Silence in the hallway right here?
Sure, that's a... What is that, a first level spell, right?
Let me find it.
You've cast what? How many
I
spells
think
have you
it's-
cast now? 2, I think.
This
Two.
will be the third.
This will be
Third,
your
three,
third.
yeah.
Okay. You have a total of your level 3, so you have 4 first level spells and 2 second level spells. So,
Okay, Silence is a
have-
level 2 spell.
okay, well you will have 1 second level spell left and 2 first level spells left. So just make sure you kind of write that down on a piece of paper or something.
Okay, Silent. Point within range. No sound can be created. Pass through 20-foot radius sphere connected to the point of the duration. Creatures within the area of silence can't cast spells or whatever. So I cast Silence in the hallway.
Okay. Click on the point where you want it to be. I guess probably somewhere right here.
Yeah.
And it's how silence works is basically isn't it like a shell that just basically gets rid of all sound? Is that how that spell is
Yeah.
described? All right. And how big is this?
20 feet.
20 feet. Okay, so let me get a... Actually, it's going to be
Well,
quite
It's
a
huge.
large area. So yeah, we're going to say basically this lower hall and the entire room just about. And to the left. And how long does that last?
I believe it
Is it 1 minute
lasts for
or an hour? Or...
one. I think it's 10 minutes.
All right, well, look that up whenever we're moving on. So now, Benjabum, you're up now. And go ahead and look that up and let us know.
All right, I'll go ahead and continue to attack
10
this.
minutes on Silence.
Okay, plenty of time.
I'll go ahead and attack the Orc Elite again.
Okay. Armor class 14.
That's a miss.
Oh yeah, barely, man. Gonna spend a key point, or are you gonna save it? You now have 4 orcs in the vicinity. 3 orcs in the vicinity, actually.
I'm going to... I'll save it for now.
Okay, sounds good. You're up, Raven.
All right, have these orcs, the new orcs, taken the town, take this turn? As in this round?
Okay, what do you want to do now? All I heard was this turn, or...
The 2 new orcs, have they taken an attack this round?
This orc has, yes, correct. And so has the mage. The mage has attacked the cleric.
Okay, so I can't assassinate either one of those.
You probably get in a cheap
I'm
shot,
gonna
whatever it
slide
is.
and get a sneak attack.
Sneak attack? Yeah, there you go. Alright, that is a miss.
And I will disengage.
Okay, cunning attack. Well, cunning, what is that? Cunning action?
Yeah, it's cunning action.
Alright. Alright, Ibanez, you're up now.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn around to face the orc behind me and I'm gonna enrage if I can. I'm not sure if
Sure
the
can.
silence offends me, and I'm gonna use